We're staying on top of a bombshell case after two Miami-Dade police officers were shot while responding to reports of squatters.
At least one of those officers released from the hospital today as we learn much more about the suspected shooter killed after officers returned fire. Local 10's Christina Vasquez live now with much more. Christina.
And you may remember there were a total of 3 officers that police said had to be transported to Jackson South. 2 of them, in the words of Miami-Dade Police Director, were shot at, if you recall. We are now learning new tonight that of those 3, 2 have been released and now just 1 remains in hospital recovering from injuries. Clothing items in disarray outside the garage of a Southwest Miami-Dade property where police say a response to a call about a possible squatter Wednesday night ended with the subject, who sources tell Local 10 News is 52-year-old Christopher Bailey, dead.
It is by the grace of God that the officers are still alive.
14 officers down. They're being transported to the incident with the
And 2 veteran officers rushed to Ryder Trauma Center, Jackson South.
1 officer was shot in the arm. The other officer was shot in the arm and in the face.
A 3rd officer also transported for a medical evaluation. Of the 3 officers, police tell Local 10 News this Friday 1 remains in the hospital.
The squatter was armed with a shotgun pointing at us.
The subject, Bailey, seen here in a booking photo from a 2007 arrest on drug charges.
It's another reminder of the threats and risks associated with police work.
And here's something that's interesting. Within the past hour, I had an opportunity to speak to the property owner, and he believes, and this is just his hypothesis, he believes that Bailey had been living at this home, that he doesn't know him, that he'd been living here for possibly 5 to 7 days without his consent, of course, leading up to that incident on Wednesday night. But he also got the indication that Bailey was perhaps not here during that time that he was living illegally by himself, that he was by himself at the time of the confrontation with police, but that he was actually here with what he described as a crew of people at the time, people who he says, as far as he knows, has not returned to the property. You're going to hear more of what that property owner had to say coming up at Local 10 News at 5:30. For now, reporting live for you, I'm Christina Vasquez, Local 10 News.
Okay, Christina, thanks a lot.